Welcome back to the Buffalo Take. This is episode number 26. I'm Cam Dixon. I'm here with Travis Ogerbina.
What's up, guys?
And happy Friday, even though it's been an interesting week, to say the least. Buffalo sports has been, I don't know, man.
Been a sad week to be
Yeah,
a Buffalo fan.
it's been a big NFL week.
Yeah,
Um, Conference
and
tournaments are going.
and NHL week
Yeah,
too.
true. Trade deadline's coming up, and
Yeah.
seen some trades. Some good, some
hmm
not so good. But yeah, so we'll hop right in. A lot of cuts in the NFL. I mean, a
Yeah,
lot of big names,
yeah,
and I guess we'll just get right into the sad part.
yeah.
Poyer, Trey, Morse, Deontay Hardy, Saran Neal. That's it, right? And we traded
Actually,
Ryan
yeah, and then
Bates.
we traded Ryan Bates. Yeah,
Wow. I mean, okay. Saran Neal, special teams legend.
hmm
I mean, I'm gonna miss him, but he's replaceable.
yeah,
Ryan Bates didn't play much this year because our offensive line got a lot better, so
hmm
we're fine there. Morse,
That one
injuries,
hurts a
he's
little
getting
bit.
old, but it stings, yeah. I like Mitch Morse. He was a great
Yeah,
center for us. And then you get into the DB. I mean, Trey and Poe were supposed to be the guys
yeah,
to be on the team that got a ring,
yeah.
and now they're gone. And no Micah Hyde too.
The Trey one hurts
That
the
hurts.
worst
Yeah,
because he's still young.
yeah. He's
He
a shell
just,
of his former self with two
yeah,
ACL injuries. It's just not.
yeah,
They all make sense financially,
yep.
but I mean, man, is that just
Just
painful?
sucks the business side of sports for you.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, man.
Yeah.
And Micah Hyde's a free agent.
Yeah.
Next year, Teron Johnson could be the only one left of that big
I
four.
would hope that he's the one that we re-sign.
Yeah, so just an overall sad week. I mean, and it's not only the Bills too. It's just
Yeah.
all Buffalo sports. But other than just the week that was the Bills week, Jason Kelsey retired, which makes the week 100 times sadder
hmm
already. That was, I mean, okay. As retirement speeches go, that
Wasn't
was,
it super long?
yeah, it was. I mean, he
Yeah.
was given life stories about everything, but Jason, he can do that. He's Jason Kelsey. Everybody
Yeah.
loves him, and it was a great retirement speech. It's just a little long-winded for my liking.
Yeah.
But he retired as we kind of figured after the Bucks game. It said he
hmm
retired, but then he said that he didn't retire. It was a whole thing. Uh, on the franchise tag side of things, the other Josh Allen, L'Jarius Sneed, Brian Burns, Antoine Winfield, and Michael Pittman Jr. all get franchise tagged. I kind of feel bad for Josh Allen and Brian Burns
Yeah.
because I mean, there's no way they want to still play for Jacksonville and Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta assume, especially Brian Burns. He's like a beast. He's one of the best defensive ends or edge rushers, I guess. Like he's a top edge
Yeah.
rusher.
Stuck in Carolina.
Yeah, that's brutal. But they all get their what is it like 13 million a year?
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
still get paid.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Burns's was like 25.
Jeez, why would
Yeah.
you even do that at that point?
I know.
Like, yeah, he's super good, but you're gonna have him for 1 year. He's probably gonna leave
Yeah.
anyways. You can't franchise tag him again, or you actually I think you can, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of cuts this week, it was a lot of defensive backs.
Yeah.
Pat Pete just got cut today, which makes total sense. He's on his last leg. Justin Simmons,
Justin
that was a big
Simmons.
one.
Yeah.
Well, who else? Quandre Diggs got cut.
Andre Day. Oh, Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams got cut.
Um,
I know there was a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's and a lot of guys who have been at their teams for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be like I. We had a tough time with Poyer and Trey. I can only imagine like the Broncos fans right now.
Yeah, Justin
Pat
Simmons.
Surtain tweeted like this one hurts.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like you said, business side of sports, it sucks.
Yep.
Russell Wilson, free agency news. He visited the Giants, which I didn't even think about. That could be a good spot for him
Yeah.
because he's gonna sign somewhere for cheap,
So
unless
clearly,
somebody really wants him.
clearly the Giants are done with Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Did you see Kayvon Thibodeau's interview? I think it was at the combine. Maybe he
No.
they asked him, "Who do you want to be the Giants quarterback next year?" And he said Daniel Jones. And he looked in the camera, and he gave a look like he definitely either he completely just didn't think about it, but it didn't look like he actually wanted Daniel Jones. So, but I mean, they have him for all this money, so
No,
if they sign
nobody's
Russ
gonna
for
want
cheap,
him. Yeah,
could have a little quarterback battle in
yeah,
Meadowlands, and then he's gonna visit Pittsburgh. So that's the one that I think I
yeah.
guess fits him best.
That's what it's been for a
Yeah,
while now.
yeah,
Everybody's been thinking
it's
Pittsburgh.
looking like Pittsburgh, but we'll see. I didn't even think about the Giants.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of good free agents this year. Christian Wilkins avoided. I think he's going to avoid the franchise tag. I'm not 100% sure, but I did see something that said he would.
Mhm.
Um,
Chris Jones, I'm pretty sure I saw something that said he tweeted KC or something. So I think they're getting a deal done.
I can't imagine he leaves.
Yeah.
That's
I,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just too good for him. He's in a good spot. As
Yeah.
much as I hate Kansas City. Barkley, Jacobs, and Derrick Henry all going to be big free agent running backs this year. But it'll be interesting to see with how last year's running backs how that shaped up. So with all the
One of them's going
extensions,
to Minnesota, I'll tell you that.
well, one of them better go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
If Minnesota's GM, I can't remember who it is. If he can't get one of these three running backs, he should be done.
Yeah.
There's not a chance, or draft one. But if you don't
Yeah.
have a running back one that is not Cam Akers next year, you don't deserve to have this job.
Yeah.
Um, Onwenu, good offensive lineman. He'll be a big name. Baker,
I think he'll resign with
he should.
Tampa.
He should. He's in a
Yeah.
good spot.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley should go somewhere new.
Yeah.
And then Xavier McKinney, another defensive back on the list.
Hmm.
Um, another big cut, Jerome Baker's out of
Hmm.
Miami, which is good for us, I guess.
Yeah.
Jerome Baker's a good linebacker. He'll land somewhere good, but he's how old is he? He's only what 28.
Something like that. Yeah. He's younger.
He's still youngish.
Yeah.
So again, it's all cap business, money. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
And they signed Jonnu Smith, which he for some reason got more touches than Kyle Pitts in Atlanta. So I don't know if that's a true stat. I just feel like I always saw Jonnu Smith.
Hmm.
Um, but some good news in the defensive backs. Not all of them are getting cut. Jalen Johnson got a big signing,
Mm.
$76 million.
And he originally got franchise tagged.
Hmm. Good for him. I wanted
Yeah.
him to like come to Buffalo, but once I realized he wasn't going to come to Buffalo, we got Rizzo Douglas.
We got Rasul, yeah.
I hope. See, this is why I want Justin Fields to stay in Chicago, dude. That team would be so fun.
I know,
I don't
bro.
want to watch Caleb Williams.
Just fucking draft Marv.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. But looks like Justin Fields is gonna be elsewhere next year.
Hmm.
But man, I mean, this has probably been the biggest NFL week we've had
Yeah.
in a couple weeks
Uh,
now.
the Bills also signed
Yeah, Hack
Mitch.
and Trubisky.
Yeah.
I
And
I like Trubisky. He's a great backup, fun guy. But why sign Matt Hack?
uh,
We need a punter. I mean,
yeah.
like Sam Martin was good for the beginning, then he kind of, and then we signed Matt Hack. He didn't even make it through the week, and because Sam Martin apparently has
Man.
hamstrings of steel at his age, I don't know, man. I don't like Matt Hack. I don't think don't know. We'll see what the Bills do from here on out. It's going to be.
I do think they don't go receiver first round now.
Yeah,
I will
dude,
say
we need
that.
more
I
now.
don't think they can. But luckily, this class is deep
Yeah,
enough, so
yeah.
hopefully you get someone.
If we go wide receiver on day 2 and we get a
Yeah,
good one, that works for me. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be trying times here in Buffalo
Yeah.
because being being better lock in. He's gotta if he's gonna release all these guys and rip pretty much the heart and soul out of Buffalo,
Yeah.
we gotta
And
bounce
we were
back in a big
gonna
way.
release Vaughn too.
Should have.
If he took that pay cut,
Yeah,
if he didn't take it, he was getting released.
yeah. He definitely knew that something was coming, so we knew
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, as long as it takes all the eyes off of Stefan Diggs
Yeah, right.
the off season.
Not every article is gonna be about him wanting
Yeah.
to leave because he
Yeah.
doesn't actually want to leave. Dude, he said like people change. Obviously, I'm not gonna say like minds don't change, but he said before that he wants to retire a Bill,
I know.
and
Just
every
don't.
time people talk about him leaving, he always comes back. He's
I
not gonna
know.
leave this year. He's not gonna leave next year. Something has to
It's just not
drastically
gonna
change. Yeah,
happen.
something has to like
As long as
drastically
Josh
change.
is here, yeah. As long as
Exactly.
Josh is here, he's
Yeah.
staying.
Yeah, people are idiots, dude. And it's the same with every other team.
Yeah.
It's just the media.
Yep.
College football though, couple headlines. Uh, the former Mississippi State coach goes to Ole Miss, so he joins the staff, I believe, as an analyst,
Yeah.
which is I don't know, man. That's I get it's in
Bold.
Mississippi, like it's not far, and I'm sure he has family, but like the Egg Bowl, some of your players are not gonna like that.
Yeah.
Um, in the biggest loser news of the year, Arch Manning opts out of college football 25.
I mean,
Is
whatever. I don't care. You don't play anyways.
Yeah, yeah. So he just like what does he think he's him?
I don't know. What was his reasoning?
I,
Do you know?
I don't even know.
I swear he's the only one that I've heard that
Yeah,
has opted out.
yeah. We talked about this last week before
Yeah.
Arch Manning. Like, why opt out? You're not gonna play. Quinn Ewers is miles ahead of you. Transfer, basically. Should
He
have stayed
wants.
in high school.
This is what he said. He wants to be the guy at Texas before opting in.
He's never gonna be the guy at Texas. He'll play for 1 year and he might not even be good. I I wanted to be an Arch Manning fan, but I always thought about like the talent he played in high school was not good. He was in like the bottom division
The
of
name on the back of his jersey.
exactly. Now that he opted out of college football 25, I hate him. The comments on like the original post from whatever college football page posted it.
Yeah.
It was like QB 16 on the bench is gonna hit different. He just wants to be different. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so dumb.
I don't know how you wouldn't want yourself in a video game.
Yeah, I know. It's just
That makes no
it's like
sense.
that's like a childhood dream, right? You want to be in
Yeah.
Madden, you want to be in, and now that they have a college football game, more guys can be in a video game.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Arch Manning thinks he's the guy,
Yeah. I don't know.
but apparently, I don't even know. Um, moving on to college basketball, little conference tournament update. We saw Jacksonville make a little run, 10 seed Jacksonville in the ASUN. They knocked off our pick to win the ASUN Eastern Kentucky, and they ended up losing last night on basically a buzzer beater, if I remember correctly. I know I watched the game. I watched the
That's
ending. But Stetson is in the championship against
Austin
Austin
P.
P. Yeah.
Or P. I don't know how to say that name.
Yeah, I've never known how to say that, but luckily they're not a Power 5 school, so I'm okay. Other games on Monday, Duke took care of business with the Storm Chasers in town.
Yep.
They beat NC State by 15. Baylor beat Texas in a high-scoring game. And then a lot of lower Division One basketball. And then Tuesday was a big day. Not
Purdue,
a good day.
Illinois, that game was super good.
Yeah, that was a great game. Purdue
Yeah.
went on the road, and they took care of Illinois.
Yeah.
But Syracuse just got outplayed start to finish by Clemson. But, if you told me before the season started Red Autry would have 20 wins
Yeah.
and a win at home over UNC where the kids got to storm the court, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain too much. There's still a chance they can make a little run in the ACC tournament, but I think they have to make it to the semis, maybe even the championship to break in. North Carolina took care of Notre Dame. Auburn killed Missouri.
Missouri's
Jeez.
0-17 in the SEC.
Yeah, Missouri might
I
not
did not
actually.
know that.
They had a chance against, I think it was Ole Miss last weekend, and we were watching it, and me and Mike put money on Missouri, and they ended up losing. They blew it. Kansas got their get back in a big way. I didn't even see that. Scored 90 on K-State. And then honestly, it wasn't shocking, but the score was.
No. Yeah.
Florida beat Alabama 105-87.
I swear the SEC doesn't play defense.
Yeah, a lot of 100-point games for
Yeah.
a lot of teams. But a huge 61 points in the second half for Florida.
That should lock them in.
That was a huge win.
That's gotta, right?
Yeah, they'll be back in the top 25. They should be in the tournament now. They're right. I think they were right on the bubble after they lost to South Carolina.
So that should get them.
But they'll be in. And then UNLV upset San Diego State, which gets them right on the bubble too. Because UNLV 12-5 in the Mountain West this year.
Yeah, so they'll probably get ranked.
Yeah, they have been playing great in the Mountain West after a slow start out of conference.
Yeah.
South Florida took care of business. Dayton took care of business. And then a couple other conference tournaments started.
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, Jacksonville beat Eastern Kentucky by 2. So the funny thing is, Jacksonville was 16-16, and Eastern Kentucky was 17-14. But the difference in the ASUN was how it was a 1-10 season.
Yeah.
They're only 1.5 games behind each other. Other than that, Ole Miss lost to Georgia, which will kick them out of even the bubble. Duquesne got a big win over VCU, which helped Bonnie's, and then Bonnie's shit the bed against George Washington. Akron lost at home to Eastern Michigan, and Akron's the only team that's good really in the MAC. I mean, Toledo's good, but it's been a rough year for the MAC.
Yeah, especially Buffalo. They're
yeah.
historically bad.
Dude, 4 wins. They're already eliminated from the tournament.
Yeah.
Oklahoma beat Cincinnati in overtime, and St. John's put up 100 on DePaul. I didn't even see this one. Nevada beat Boise State at the end of the night by 10. Nevada should be ranked, but we'll see, because they only have 6 losses.
That whole conference is crazy.
Yeah. Wednesday, a couple more conference tournaments started. And Kentucky, Utah State, Iowa State, Tennessee, UConn, and Houston all took care of business. No ranked upsets.
Wow.
That was historical for the season.
Yeah.
UConn took care of business like we figured. No Tyler Kolek, and they ended up winning by 7 on the road at Marquette. Tennessee got a big win on the road at South Carolina. Iowa State beat BYU. And then in the most overall depressing game of the night, George Washington beat Bonaventure by 11. George Washington's second last, I think, or they're dead last now. Maybe now they're second last, but I'm pretty sure they were last in the A10.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a chance to be a top 4 seed because of Duquesne beating VCU, and we blew it. So now we might not even be a top 6 seed. So dumb. Seton Hall beats Villanova.
Yeah.
Lemoyne gets their first conference tournament win over FDU. FDU really just kind of was a 1 year deal, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Everybody left. Coach got hired somewhere new. Miami is just terrible in the ACC. They lost to Boston College by 10, and they fall to 6-13. TCU wins. Charlotte wins. Michigan State gets a big win over Northwestern. That'll help them on the bubble. And then some lower college basketball. Thursday, yesterday, Washington beat Washington State.
Yep.
And they were on the road. Huge win for
So
Washington.
that means Washington's or Arizona won the conference then. I'm pretty sure if they
Yeah,
beat UCLA or something.
yeah, they killed UCLA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Arizona will take the conference. Washington they're
Yeah.
in, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see if somebody can make a push because Arizona could wipe through that whole tournament, but there could be a bid steal because I think Colorado might get in. Utah
Yeah.
is right on the bubble, but Oregon might be my sleeper to win it, but they also I think they ended up losing last night if I'm correct. I think they played Utah. Or no, they played Colorado and they ended up losing by 4. So
Yeah.
big win for Colorado to get them over that hump. So I think they'll get in, but Oregon's right there. They probably gotta win the tournament to get in though.
Deion really put Colorado on the map.
Yeah, yeah. And
Like whenever
they
I
started
see
off,
Colorado now, I'm just like Deion.
Yeah.
Like, they're good.
Yeah, they started off on fire too.
Yeah.
Earlier this season, they were ranked and everything, and they kind of lost a couple games, but that's besides the point. In the not the Patriot, in the West Coast Conference, there was a game that I didn't see, but I was told about. So Pepperdine played Pacific.
Yeah, I saw this.
The first half score was 56 for Pepperdine, which is a lot, to 9. They didn't even score 10 points in the first half of a conference tournament game.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, dude. And they ended up losing 102-43.
Yep.
Like, what do you say as a coach at halftime?
I don't know, dude.
How many players do you think
All right,
got their
guys, we suck.
scholarships? Yeah. All right, this game's over. Like, how many guys do you think got, like, I don't know if anybody got their scholarship taken away, but the whole team should have their scholarships taken away.
Yeah.
And I want to say that I did see something on the Field of 68 Instagram page that Pacific's coach got fired, but I'm not sure. I might have seen it, but I don't know. But regardless, like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
9 points. That's 3 threes. That could be 3 shots. That is brutal. Like, that's an all-time
Horrible.
beatdown. Anything else really happened was not too extreme. A lot of lower level, some conference tournament play. Youngstown State, the 2 seed in the Horizon, got
Yeah,
upset
they
by
lost.
Cleveland State. That's a tough loss, but Oakland continues on, so they're the 1 seed. I think I ended up taking either Oakland. We picked Oakland, I think, on here, but in this pool that I think
Yeah.
I ended up taking Youngstown State in this one pool that I'm in, which is great. So, moving on to tonight's games.
We got Radford and High Point playing right now in the
Oh,
Big
they're
South
already on. Oh,
quarterfinal.
it's noon. I didn't realize what
Yeah.
time it was. I thought it was still like earlier. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Georgia Southern and South Alabama during class yesterday. So yeah, so High Point. They're only up by 1 right now.
Yeah.
You never know, man. You never know. You got the Big South quarterfinals, the Missouri Valley quarterfinals, CAA first round. A lot of conference tournaments starting today. VCU plays Dayton at 7 p.m.
Oh boy.
That'll be a game to keep an eye on. Dayton's favored by 8.5. I think I'd take VCU plus 8.5 on this one because VCU needs a big win.
Yeah.
UB plays. Why are these teams even playing anymore? Northern Illinois and UB are both eliminated from contention of anything. Well, I just
Hey, UB's favored.
no, they're not. Oh my God,
Yes, they are. -1.5.
I'm gonna nuke Northern Illinois money line or whatever the line is. Oh God, dude. Not Kent State and Toledo. That's not as good of a game as I thought. Um, the Ohio Valley, yeah, the Ohio Valley semis. Little Rock is playing Western Illinois, and then the other one somewhere, yeah, Morehead State's playing UT Martin. So we could get my first prediction of a championship game right if Morehead State and Little Rock both win, but that probably won't happen, just because. Boise State and San Diego State play at 10 o'clock, so there's 2 ranked games on tonight. Not a terrible night of basketball. A lot of do or die. Saturday's a big day, though.
Yeah.
Saturday is a big day. A game that I will not be in attendance. St. Louis and St. Bonaventure play at 12:30 at home. I'm not going. I'm not waking up. We lost to George Washington. I didn't even claim my ticket yet. I gave up. 12 o'clock. Arkansas travels to Alabama. Probably gonna get housed.
Yeah, probably.
Not gonna be a close game, or shouldn't be a close game rather.
Mm-hmm.
Merrimack takes on Lemoyne, and then the next semifinals. Memphis and FAU play at noon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Solid game there. Memphis, if they get a win, they could be in.
Yeah.
They're on the bubble. Georgetown's got to travel to St. John's, looking for their 10th win of the season. At 2 o'clock, Iowa State goes to Kansas State. Could be a trap. Depends on how Kansas State comes out of the gate tomorrow.
Got Oklahoma and Texas at 2.
Red River rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
A&M and Ole Miss at 2. Those 2 teams are like on the bottom of the bubble.
Yeah.
They're falling. I don't think Ole Miss makes it, and I don't think A&M's close.
Yeah.
Creighton goes to Villanova.
Mm.
Villanova's tough at home.
Yeah.
In a similar fashion, SEC game, South Carolina goes to Mississippi State.
Yeah. 2
upset possibilities for there. South Florida goes to Tulsa. I can't imagine that Tulsa's all that good. America East quarterfinals. Kansas at Houston.
Wow.
And then Kentucky at Tennessee, both
Wow.
at 4 o'clock.
Why are they both at 4?
I don't
What
know.
are we?
Hey, you know what? It's a good flip back and forth type day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Lot of good sports on overall. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of just college basketball and combat sports, but there's a few good college lacrosse games on. So, yeah, dude, there's a lot of good games on this week, and I think Duke UNC might end up being the game of the week. But
Speaking of Duke, we just got what's his name? Maluak or something. I forget how to say it. I don't know how to say his name. It's Common Maluach. Do you know who that is? 5-star center.
Maybe. I feel like I've seen him before in like recruiting pictures.
Yeah.
So maybe I know who he is. But so Kansas beat Houston pretty handily earlier in the season. Now they got to go to Houston. I feel like Houston's I wouldn't say easy pick, but Kansas is on kind of a skid right now.
No, I know. I don't really know.
This is actually a little bit more difficult than I think, based on face value, because Houston should be able to bounce back. It's tough to beat a team twice, especially at their place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Houston, but I would not be surprised if
Their
Kansas.
last loss was against Houston
Yeah,
or in Kansas. I mean,
yeah, I would not be surprised if Kansas bounces back in a big way tomorrow after their
yeah,
2 losses. And then Kentucky and Tennessee's similar because Kentucky beat Tennessee or Tennessee beat Kentucky. Never mind. It's not as similar, but it is almost is. Now Kentucky's got to go to Tennessee.
mm-hmm.
Tough to beat a team twice. Kentucky needs a big win. I'm still going to go with Tennessee,
Yeah,
but again, would not be surprised.
mm-hmm.
It's blue bloods versus new bloods right there. Later in the day, Marquette goes to Xavier. Another upset possible, but I think Marquette can handle business without Tyler Kolek. Baylor goes to Texas Tech, another Big 12 game. Another Big 12 game.
Yeah,
I think Baylor needs to get a win here, but so does Texas Tech, so that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Clemson Wake bubble game. I think winner. I don't know if Wake Forest wins. I don't know if they're in, but they're definitely in a better
yeah.
spot on the bubble. But if Clemson wins, they're in.
Wait, so are you guys ahead, both of them?
I don't know if we're
Or
ahead
no?
Clemson anymore.
Oh yeah, you dropped below Pitt.
Hey, of course we did. Yeah, just not great.
Mm-hmm.
And then another big ACC game, the ACC game. 6:30 p.m. North Carolina travels to Cameron Indoor for the big rivalry. This might be the one time on ESPN I've ever seen something that says tickets as low as a number over 1,000. That is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
This is a big one.
Yeah, at Cameron at least.
I said this earlier.
Yep.
The last time we talked about the first one, I said it was going to be home and home. North Carolina would win, and now I got Duke winning at home.
And taking the conference.
Yes. Right? Because they would.
They would take the conference. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
they'd
sure.
both be 16-4
Yeah.
in the ACC, and yeah, so I think Cameron is going to be rocking. It always kind of pisses me off that my name is their the name of their arena, but all is well. But it is going to
I didn't
be
even realize that.
yeah, it is going to be rocking in there, and it's going to be just an amazing game to watch.
Mm-hmm.
No matter really the outcome, it's just great basketball.
Yeah.
Utah plays Oregon at 7 p.m. in another bubble game.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8 o'clock on Fox, you got UConn and Providence. That'll be a good game. It's at Providence. I just have a feeling UConn is going to run their money, though.
Yeah, probably.
UConn is just nuts this year. And they won the national championship last year, so. We'll have the OVC championship on Saturday at 8 o'clock. New Mexico and Utah State. That's a big Mountain West game at 8:30 on CBS. Sun Belt quarterfinals. SoCon quarterfinals. DePaul travels to Seton Hall. Another winless conference team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oklahoma State goes to BYU. BYU should win that game pretty easily. Minnesota goes to Northwestern. That's a big one. Northwestern's got to take care of business to stay
Yeah.
in the tournament. Arizona goes to USC. I want to see Arizona just put up 100 on them and just kick the shit out of them. West Coast quarterfinals. And at 12:30 in the morning on Sunday, technically, the West Coast Conference Tournament quarterfinal between San Francisco and whoever wins, I think, tonight.
Hi, bro.
Why? I don't understand why this game has to be so late.
I don't know.
It's not going to be a game to watch either. It's going to be like Pepperdine in San Francisco, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So dumb that it's that late. And then UNLV Nevada at 10:30. Good game. Arizona State UCLA. So got a pretty good Saturday slate. It's the
Yeah.
same Saturday. I just realized it's the same Saturday slate as the last time we had a great set. Houston, Kansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, UNC, Duke.
Yeah.
All three games
Oh, yeah.
played on the
That's
same
right.
same 2 Saturdays. It's kind of funny. And then Sunday, got a couple games here. Continuing some conference tournaments. Illinois plays Iowa.
Yep.
And then we will see Michigan State goes to Indiana. Indiana, they lost a 5-star commit. I believe his name was McNeely something. That's his last name, not his first name. And they announced Woodson's going to stay as their head coach. I thought he was done for sure. So that'll be interesting. Michigan State's got to win that game, though. Can't afford a loss there. And that's about it. Ohio State plays Rutgers. ASUN Championships on Sunday. Missouri Valley. So we're going to see I think there's one more. Yeah, we're going to see 3 tickets punched on Sunday. A Big South team, a Missouri Valley team, and Austin P or Stetson in the ASUN. So that'll be a good start to the tournament.
Yeah.
And then Wisconsin goes to Purdue. If Wisconsin can somehow...
Yeah, I know.
Wisconsin's a lock. I mean... I thought they would have fallen a lot farther after their 6-game skid,
Yeah.
but they're still in. But if they can somehow pull off an upset over Purdue, that would be insane. Because Purdue's low-key due.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then the Patriot League semifinals as well. Nebraska, Michigan, not a great game, but. And then back around to Monday.
Yeah.
So like we said, I guess it's another Saturday with the big 3 games are the games of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I got Houston, Tennessee, and Duke. I think those are the home teams consensus.
I'm gonna go Kansas, Tennessee, and Duke.
I like it. I think Kansas. I mean, all 3 games can go either way, but I think Kansas
Yeah.
and Houston's the one that I've actually been a little questionable on because of how
Yeah.
easy it feels. And then we're going to see more tickets punched on Monday when that comes around. So it's going good. It's going good. College basketball's in full effect in March. It's a great time to be alive. And then nothing really else in college basketball. Not a lot of headlines. Greg McDermott got a contract extension, which he's been there forever. I don't know, he's
Yeah.
one of those coaches. He'll be there for a long time. He's the guy at Creighton.
Mm-hmm.
Conference tournaments that do start this week. I know we made our picks last week. We have the CAA starts, I think tomorrow. Or actually, I think the CAA starts today.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the conference tournaments here. So the CAA starts today, and I think my pick was who did I take in that one?
Charleston.
Yeah, Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
Charleston. They made a push late to get that 1 seed, and I
Yep.
think they will be a good pick to win this one. And then in the SoCon, High Point, I feel like is the consensus.
Yep.
Or yeah, they're Big South. Wait, who's in the SoCon?
Wait,
I don't know. Now I'm
SoCon
losing it.
is
I gotta pull up these.
Samford.
Yeah, Sanford. Okay, so
Big
Sanford's the
Greensboro.
SoCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanford was my SoCon pick, which I feel like I've picked all the 1 seeds for these lower tournaments.
Yeah.
The Summit, I believe my pick was South Dakota State. Yeah, so my pick was South Dakota State, another 1 seed. America East, another 1 seed. Vermont, I like Vermont. Or UMass Lowell could win. Bryant, I don't know. Big Sky, this was the one that I think I switched. Originally I had Eastern Washington, and then I decided not to take another 1 seed. So I took Northern Colorado, the 2 seed. Dalton Connect's former school.
Yep.
So, and then the last one to start this week is the Southland, or this weekend, I guess. The Southland, my pick was McNeese State.
Oh yeah.
Another 1 seed. They're the like by far
Yeah.
probably the best low 1 seed.
Mhm.
They have only 3 losses, I believe.
Mhm.
Will Wade's the head coach,
They'll
former
definitely
LSU
win.
coach. Yeah, they look like the best team by far in that conference.
Yeah.
And then, like I mentioned on Monday, we'll get into the big Power Five conferences coming up
Mhm.
here on next week.
Yep.
So a lot of college basketball and a lot of NFL. Now we move in the NHL. Oh, before we move on, we completely forgot to mention Taylor Rapp signed a 3-year extension.
Yep.
So he's going to replace Micah
Either.
Hyde, right? Or is he a strong safety? I don't know. He's going to replace either of them, but he's a good fit for the Bills. He played good last year.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just going to be tough without Hyde and Poyer.
Yeah.
And then the Sabres traded Middlestat and Okposo.
Yep.
On the bright side, Bowen Byram in his first game last night scored a goal and an assist. On the less bright side, we lost to the Nashville Predators. The season's over. There's no hope.
Yeah.
I think when I was looking, I think it was Monday or it might have been Tuesday, and I was looking at what teams we needed to win that day, and only the one team won out of the 3 teams we needed to win. I knew the season was over, and the next day we lose to the Leafs in overtime.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
There's always next year.
Yep. I've been saying that for the last,
Yep.
10 years.
So let's see what's happened since Monday.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ton.
So-
I know Toffoli just got traded.
Vegas got Mantha
Huh.
from the Capitals
Yeah.
for 2 draft picks. Tarasenko to the Panthers
I
for
saw
2
that.
draft picks.
That's a good pickup. for them.
Sean Walker from the Flyers traded to the Avalanche for Ryan Johansson and a draft pick. Obviously the Sabres traded Middlestat for
Yeah.
Byram. Henrik and Sam Carrick traded to the Oilers for a bunch of draft picks, basically.
That's good. The Ducks
Um,
needed to
Yeah.
make those moves.
Wenberg traded to the Rangers from the Kraken.
It's a good
Noah,
pickup for
this
them.
is a big one. Noah Hannafin
Yeah,
traded to the Vegas from
that's right.
Fine.
Yeah. Who just got traded to Carolina?
uh
It happened last night.
Jake Gensel.
That's right. Yeah,
Jake Gensel.
that's a big trade. Big pickup
Yeah.
for Carolina. That'll give them an extra boost.
Let's see. We got Anthony Beauville. I don't know how to say his last name.
Beauvillier?
Beauvillier, yeah.
I don't know.
He's got traded to the Preds.
It's a super Canadian last name.
Yeah. Anthony Duclair traded to the Lightning from the Sharks.
Forgot he was
And
the
then
Sharks.
Evgeny Kuznetsov traded to the Hurricanes.
Oh, I didn't even see that one either.
That was today.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We were just talking about him on Monday because he got
Mm-hmm.
through waivers and then
Yep.
traded. So yeah, it's trade deadline. I mean, when is the deadline?
I want to say tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So maybe we'll see maybe 1 or 2 more big names go.
Oh, wait, no. It's today at 3.
Oh, so it's in hour and
Yeah.
44 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe we'll see one more big name go in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Trade deadline's always fun, no matter what sport.
Yeah.
So yeah, big trade deadline. But other than that, not a ton going on.
College
College
hockey,
hockey,
couple conference tournaments starting for the Atlantic.
Yeah.
RIT won the conference, so
Nice. RT's nuts this year.
yeah, I think they'll end up winning in that whole thing,
Yeah.
the tournament. Big Ten, Michigan State won it. I don't really know who's gonna win
That's
that tournament though.
probably the most fun
Yeah.
tournament to watch. That's just great hockey all around.
Yeah. The CCHA, Bemidji State.
Yeah, I've never known how to say that
I
one
don't know.
either.
This is the weird division with
Yeah.
teams I haven't heard.
Yeah, just a bunch of colleges you've never heard
Yeah,
of that are probably all in
yeah.
Minnesota.
Uh-huh. And then the ECAC, Quinnipiac won that again, so I think they'll end up winning that again,
Yeah,
that conference. So,
and then non-Division One, not guys who aren't going to play in the NHL. The club nationals are this week in, I believe, Philly. Bonaventure is already 2-0. They beat Auburn and Quinnipiac in club
oh
in pool
yeah,
play.
I'm pretty sure Tampa just won 14-3 yesterday.
14-3.
Yeah.
Who did they play?
I don't know. Hold on. Cortland. We
Oh,
beat
dang.
Cortland 14-3.
Rip Cortland.
Yeah.
It's a tough loss right there. 14-3 is brutal. That is a god awful loss. Holy shit. Yeah, so
They're playing Georgia today, so.
Georgia, dude, it's funny to see all these club teams play each other because it's always like the high level, and then it's just like St. Bonaventure, and you'll never see them play in like a Division One game. Bonaventure plays UB today at 6:15 p.m.
Hmm.
So that'll be a good game. I think UB beat Bonnie's in conference tournament. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they beat us the game before they went to nationals. So hopefully they can go 3-0 in pool play because right now they're leading. Other than that, a little bit of PLL news. A lot of free agency started this week. A lot of big signings. Garrett Epple, who's a really good defenseman, one of my favorites. He's signed with the Cannons. The Chaos, my team, got Jules Henningberg, the Redwoods midi, and Sergio Perkovic, former Notre Dame. He's a sharpshooter, so a lot of big moves. And the Bandits signed a face-off guy.
Wow.
Connor Farrell. He fits perfectly in Buffalo. He's a party animal. I love that guy. He's so much fun to watch in the PLL. So hopefully we'll win some face-offs, get some possessions, get a couple wins before playoffs come around. This weekend in college lacrosse is another big one. A lot of good games. You got Syracuse plays Johns Hopkins, who is the number 3 team in the country. So that's a little scary, but yeah, it's another good weekend of games. Penn State plays Cornell. NJIT plays Lindenwood, another easy win. They can move to 7-0. Ohio State's got to play Notre Dame.
Oh boy.
It'll be a tough game, but at least it's at Ohio State, so.
Yeah.
Nova and Penn, High Point, Jacksonville. Loyola plays Duke. And then Syracuse and Hopkins at 6:30 p.m. So some good games. And then Sunday, Denver plays Yale, Rutgers, Princeton, Michigan, Harvard. 3 great games there. So it's another good weekend of college lacrosse. And then other than that, I mean, a little bit of spring training news. Not much there.
Yeah.
Brian Bellows signed a big extension. Eddie Rosario signed a minor league deal with the Nats. And then the Rays catcher, Zunino, retired. Yankees are, I think I saw 5-7 in spring training.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But big combat sports news this weekend. It's going to be a fun UFC card to watch. Sean O'Malley's fighting Marlon Vera in the main event. Dustin Poirier's fighting. Got a lot of big fights on this card. It's probably one of the better cards that I've seen in a while. And then Francis Ngannou fights against Anthony Joshua in a boxing
Dude, I
match.
just can't get into fighting. I don't know why. I've tried multiple times.
Dude, it's so awesome. It's so much fun to bet on. But so is a lot of sports.
Yeah.
But that also just might be because I have a problem. But yeah, Francis Ngannou fights this weekend. And then in the craziest...
I saw this.
Dude, Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul.
I hope Mike Tyson wins. That'd be awesome.
I texted Marcus this. I don't think the money is gonna let Mike Tyson knock out Jake Paul. Because I
Yeah.
feel like Mike Tyson could just maul him. He's 60. That's the sad part. It's not sad. It's insane actually. But for Jake Paul, it's
Yeah.
sad. Jake Paul is fighting a 60-year-old grown man, and he wants to be a real boxer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get
I
that.
hope Mike Tyson beats the shit out of him. That would be fun to watch. But
Yeah.
that'll be, I think, July. I think they said that's when the fight is. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Jake Paul he's just in it for the money, which, whatever. Do what you gotta do.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
A lot of news coming out of the NFL, free agency
Mhm.
and such, conference tournaments, and we're getting into the thick of it, and we're gonna see 1 week until Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talking about that, and then we'll get to the NHL playoff picture coming up soon here after the trade deadline.
Mhm.
MLB is gonna start in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I said on Monday, it's kind of a little bit of a downtime. Like the conference tournaments are fun, but the big ones haven't started yet,
Yeah.
so not a whole ton going on. But yeah, I mean, this is probably the longest episode we've had in a couple episodes now, and
Yeah.
we'll be back for episode 27 on Monday after the weekend.
Yep.
We might have a special guest coming on soon. We're just trying to figure out the dates. So, well, thank you guys for listening to episode 26 of the Buffalo Take. We will see you on Monday.
Yeah. See you guys.